Alrighty, yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94, back with another reaction video. Today we're going to react to Steph Curry is the most influential NBA player since MJ. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Bitch, play. The fuck?
Or I have to join the depressing adult world. Then came graduation.
Wait, what?
The year's 2016.
Yeah.
It's my final year of high school before I have to join the depressing adult world. Then came graduation, diplomas, success, achievement, hooray! But in the lead up to graduation and in between the many different freestyle sessions at the lunch table that I won because I'm that good, or everybody else was just really bad, I don't know. There was a lot of talk of Curry. Curry. Who is this Curry? You see, I hadn't watched an NBA game since LeBron humiliated and dog-walked my Detroit Pistons, and that was years ago. My head was in the sand for years, so I wasn't familiar with the current players, the current trends, or anything that was really happening other than the really big stuff that happened to catch my naive ears. I heard Kobe won back-to-back, LeBron went to Miami, and I heard that Derrick Rose was nice.
Shout out to Derrick Rose.
Man, that nigga nice!
But Curry's name kept coming up consistently, and I said, you know what, I don't want to be left out of the camaraderie and the conversation. I'm going to check him out. I'll decide for myself how good he is.
Oh my goodness.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Did that man just look away after he shot the three-pointer?
It's sort of, I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I said, excuse me, sir? And like we humans tend to do when encountered with something we've never quite seen before, I proceeded to start hating.
You won't do that again.
Curry for three, yes sir!
I never hated on Curry. I was one of the few that's I just said he just a disrespectful light-skinned nigga. That's what I said. I said that's the most disrespectful light-skinned nigga I know. But I ain't had no problems with Curry. I just had a problem when KD went there. That's when I started having problems with Golden State. But other than that though, I really don't care.
Nani?
Curry, eluding Ibaka.
This cannot be.
Curry's hit two in a row. Three for three! He turned! He knew it was in! He turned and ran back before the ball ever got there!
Freeze it! Now watch. He's not watching it go in. He's going to high five Andre Iguodala. Give me some, give me some, give me some. I'll assume it went in.
Curry another steal. Forgot the ball. Russ Smith. Good effort. Banged into Curry again.
That's impossible.
How does he do it?
My dear boy, do you ask a fish how it swims?
No.
Or a bird how it flies?
No.
No, sirree, you don't. They do it because they were born to do it.
Steph Curry is the most impactful player on the game of basketball since Michael Jordan. And it should come as no surprise to those who pay close attention to the NBA in the past few years. You step into any gym and the world over you see kids modeling their game after Curry, increasing the range of their shot like Curry, dribbling like Curry. And it isn't just the kids he's had an impact on. Those who don't even follow the game of basketball know of or have heard of Curry's name. An indication of just how impactful or famous an individual is if their name is known to those who don't even watch sports. Until quite recently, these past few years, my grandmother, who didn't follow much sports at all, felt compelled to do so just because she kept hearing Curry's name. She used to watch more sports back in the day, but hadn't until recently felt the need to do so. And going off the eye test alone, she was saying, I've never seen anything like this before. How does he do it? It makes no sense. She even thought there were magnets in the ball at some point because of how ridiculous it looked. I remember some months ago there was a video that went viral of Curry making 5 full court shots, and up until the point that Curry himself had come out and said the video was fake and it was doctored, there was a majority of people that just assumed this to be real. Had this have been any other NBA player, nobody would have bought it. Because to some extent, whether you're an adult, a kid, a senior, Curry makes you believe that magic is...
You could tell it was fake just by how he was throwing it. I ain't got my phone on me, so I can't play the music, but you could tell it was fake. I knew this video was fake from the get-go, how he was throwing it, bro. The way he was throwing it was not realistic, bro. Nah, bro, you don't throw the ball like that. and it just goes in miraculously. That is a terrible throw.
Is real. And I haven't felt this way about any NBA player since Michael Jordan. In the way that Jordan made people believe that he could fly, that he could do the impossible, Curry does the same with the shot. He makes you think that anytime he shoots the ball, it's going in, and when it doesn't, you're like, wow, he actually missed? You even have people thinking that Curry could be a professional golfer when it's all said and done with his career. When it comes to aim and precision, the first person that comes to mind is Curry, at least when it comes to the average person. Some years ago, Kobe himself had decided to take up the assignment of guarding Curry, and he played defense as good as anyone could quite possibly manage to do, and Curry was still able to shoot it in his face, much to Kobe's delight, because after that possession, Kobe saw Curry as legit. I do believe in NBA history there were multiple players who were deserving of a unanimous MVP, but if not them, then Curry to me is more than deserving. He's more than worthy of receiving such an amazing accomplishment.
Facts.
And I believe it's a testament to his overall talent, as there's always been at least 1 to 2 voters every single MVP who are holdouts who can't quite agree with the majority. But due to the outrageous display that Curry had put on for his...
They robbed Shaq. They robbed LeBron. Shit, I think they even robbed Iverson the year he won it. Of unanimous. It should have been unanimous for those 4 right there. Shaq, Iverson, LeBron at 2013. It wasn't even close at that point in time. Even though Kobe was on his ass. But the Lakers were struggling, so they was gonna go with LeBron anyway. Then somebody voted Carmelo. Okay.
MVP years, it was unquestionable, akin to blasphemy for everyone to not be on the same page, simply because they had never seen something like this before in the way that it was being shown to them. People were calling Steph Curry the greatest shooter in his unanimous MVP season, years removed from...
Nigga, it was no debate at that point. We ain't see nobody that could do this shit off the dribble. The fuck? Who the fuck you know off the dribble could do what Curry can do? Ray Allen wasn't doing it. Reggie Miller wasn't doing it. Them niggas was catching shoots. Ray Allen had bounce back in his Milwaukee days, his Seattle days. He stopped driving to the basket as much, and he started being like a mid-range pull-up guy. But when it comes to the threes, he was just a spot-up. Curry is the jack of all trades when it comes to this shooting shit. He can get you off the dribble, he can get you off the catch, he can stop and pop in transition. He can do it all, bro. Steph Curry is an anomaly, bro.
From passing Ray Allen on the #1 all-time three-point list.
But this guy, Steph Curry, he's coming hard, already in the top 10. Where does he rank on your list of best shooters ever?
Right now, from what I've seen, it's easy for me to say that he's the best that I've ever seen shoot.
Simply because there has never been someone who led their team to the finals, facilitating the offense, putting up as many shots as Curry is doing with all-time efficiency at that. He was able to surpass Ray Allen on fewer attempts at three-point range, better efficiency at three-point range, all while being the primary scorer on his team and a part of the 50-40-90 club. And this was something that no one had ever thought possible, no one had ever expected out of Curry. He was seen as an injury-prone individual. His ankles, they said, were going to be the undoing of his career. And he was almost traded just due to the nature of the NBA at the time, not focusing on three-pointers, not thinking they could be a way to win championships. Similar to how when Michael Jordan was drafted, they thought there was no feasible way for a guard to be the best player on the team because centers run the NBA. It was a common thought that one could not possibly win a championship without an amazing center or some type of great big man. And like Jordan before him, Curry showed not only is it possible, but he shattered the expectations on what makes a championship team, so much so that it broke the NBA for a multitude of years, and no one being able to come up with how does one quite stop Curry or a team that's centered around shooting. He runs around the court. You have
Kobe figured out how to stop Curry. Niggas just ain't got that Mamba mentality.
to chase him all over the place. He's constantly in motion. He's always a threat, whether he has the ball in his hands or not. You can never take your eye off of him.
Man, bro, it's too early for this, bro. I'm not even trying to do nothing right now.
Coach said this how to get you right here.
Bro.
You making too many threes, no?
Bro, man, you act like I'm gonna shoot right now, bro. Like, chill.
You right.
Oh, got your ass.
He's focusing on the ball right here. Dylan Brooks, don't focus on the ball. Focus on where Stephen Curry is. Relocation 3, this is when he's the most dangerous.
And he's able to do all of these things despite being a mere 6'3", which for NBA standards is considered a short or a little man. He had to go through adversity in order to get to where he is. There wasn't much stock put in him upon his entering the NBA. He was essentially an underdog.
Bullshit. I call bullshit. There was hella stock in Steph Curry. The Minnesota Timberwolves were just dumb enough to draft 2 point guards before him. That's the only problem. Everybody thought he was going to the Knicks anyway. Everybody thought he was going to the Knicks. He was going to save the Knicks. Damn, New York. Y'all can never catch a break in the draft, can y'all?
For much of his career. Nowadays, one can't bet against him or the Warriors in making the playoffs or potentially winning another ring.
Not at all.
When he won his 4th, I imagine it was quite a load off his shoulders, being the best on your team in a final situation, getting that elusive finals MVP, which I believe he should have gotten the first time around.
Facts.
People invalidating the 2015 championship as LeBron took him and his crew to 6 games, then saying rings 2 and 3 would never have been won without Kevin Durant. To finally be able to kill those narratives once and for all must have been such a relief for him. And while there is debate, I believe, to be had in his overall clutch performance, his lack of efficiency in tight games, I believe there's no such debate that can be had on Curry and his importance to basketball and his effect on NBA going forward. To not have Steph Curry in your top 15 to me is officially black.
I put him in the top 10. I put Curry in the top 10. I decided that like in the consensus top 10 of all time. I know the consensus top 10. Somebody had to be sacrificed, and I said if there was somebody that had to be sacrificed for the greater good of just the impact on the league, it was between Hakeem Olajuwon and Wilt Chamberlain. I said one of them two is gonna have to get put out, and Steph Curry gonna have to move in. If I say if you had to take somebody out the top 10, I would take Wilt out the top 10, and I would put Steph in the top 10 now. Yeah, I understand Wilt scored 100 points. He averaged 50 points per game a season. He's one of the greatest. His stats speak for himself. But Curry, look at Curry, man.
Blasphemous.
Right now, Skip, as we sit here, he's top 15.
He's top 10.
I don't have him in my top 20. Yeah.
What?
Don't be this guy.
Don't be Skip Bayless. Being Skip Bayless gets you nowhere in life. Don't be Skip Bayless. He's top 10. Curry is top 10. I don't care what nobody says. Curry is top 10, bro. I would put him over Wilt to be in the top 10. I would kick Wilt out the top 10 just to put Curry there. Yes. I would put him over Wilt at this point in time. Yes. He's a winner. Wilt was a winner, but he didn't win like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't a winner like that. He won some, but he ain't winning like Curry be winning. Curry is a winner. You gotta validate winners. I'm sorry, you just gotta validate winners.
There's only a half
in the consensus. In my personal top 10, is my own preference of players. And it has nothing to do with rings or stats. It's your impact, it's your mentality, and it's how you went about the game. LeBron James is nowhere in my top 10. Curry is sliding into my top 10, my personal top 10. He's sliding in there, but if he win one more ring, he's in my top 10 permanently. But in the consensus top 10, when the ESPN and everybody else list, where you got Jordan and LeBron at the top 2, you got Jordan, LeBron, and Kobe in the top 3 spots. That type of top 10, because my top 10 is different. My top 10, my number 1 is Iverson, hands down. I put AI over anybody for personal reasons. Number 2 is Michael Jordan. Can't go against Michael Jordan. My number 3 would be Shaq, all time. Yep. So Allen Iverson, Michael Jordan, Shaq. My 4th is Kobe. Yeah, my 4th is Kobe. My 5th. My 5th. My 5th. And who is my 5th? In my top 5, my 5th would probably be. Yeah, my 5th would be Dwayne Wade. Yep. I'll put Dwayne Wade in my top 5. So I would round out my top 5. Iverson 1, Jordan 2, Shaq 3, Kobe 4, Dwayne Wade 5. Damn. Then after that, I would put, after Dwayne Wade, Kawhi is my number 7. KD is my number. No. Westbrook is my number 8. KD is my number 9. And Giannis is at my number 10. So my top 10 is I know it to y'all it may not make sense, but to me it makes all the sense in the world. It's my top 10. It's with players who I grew up with. I didn't watch the Magics. I didn't watch the Birds. So I didn't watch the Isaiah Thomases. So I can't put them in there. I go based off of, did I see them play in their primes? Did I witness their primes? Did I witness, because it's hard for me to leave Tracy McGrady out, because I was a big Tracy McGrady fan, and it's hard to leave Tracy McGrady out, but the players that I got on my list, it kind of like it's hard to put them in there against those players. And like I said, KD is on the way out right now because Steph is moving into my top 10, but Jokic is definitely on the rise too. But KD has been moving down my list. KD used to be in my top 5. KD has been moving down my list every fucking year. Because I'm starting to realize a lot of things about him. And I'm starting to notice a lot of things about him. And I'm starting to have more respect for Westbrook more than anything. Because I have more respect for Westbrook anyway, but now I just have a better... It's just something about... I just don't see it with KD no more. But anyways, though, let's get back to this video.
Handful of players in NBA history that can say that they changed the game just with their existence alone and how they play day in and day out. And Steph Curry is one of those people. He has something that is uniquely his, the three-point shot, from now into the end of time. No matter how many more shooters come into the NBA, there may come a time where there's somebody who can match his efficiency, but he will always have been the one that people look to and think, he did it first, he's the pioneer. He's the first that comes to mind when someone's shooting the ball behind the three-point line. And we should all appreciate his play and appreciate what he's done and enjoy it while it lasts. And not just him, but other greats or potential greats that are in the NBA. And while I may not like how the NBA has devolved into three-point shots, it's only because he's so great at doing it. There's so many who are trying to mimic him and his abilities. And in the act of doing so, the game has gotten watered down some. But I can't...
It's not watered down. It's gotten worse, bro. It's terrible at this point now. The game right now is terrible. It's in a terrible state right now because it's too many Steph Currys and it's not enough. It's not enough Kobe's. It's not enough Kawhi's. It's not enough Shaq's anymore. Everybody got to be, you know what I'm saying? It's not enough Jokic's out here, bro. It's not enough all-around talented players that can score from every single part of the floor. You just don't have to be a three-point shooter. You can learn how to score from every single part of the floor. You just don't have to be a drive and shoot guy. It's not good for the game. It's best when people have certain set of skills that make them unique. There's no unique players because every player is damn near the same at this point.
Blame him for being who he is. Steph Curry is the reason why I even got back into basketball. He's the reason I even got back into paying attention to sports, to be honest with you. Jordan was the gateway player that made me love basketball, and Curry is what got me back in it. I want you guys to tell me below, who was the player that made you fall in love with basketball or like basketball? And do you agree or disagree on everything that I've said about?
I say it like this. Jordan introduced me to the game of basketball. Allen Iverson made me believe I could play it. Kobe made me take it seriously. That's how this works for me. Jordan introduced me to it. Iverson made me believe made me start playing it. Kobe made me take it more serious. Kobe made me really start looking at the game from a different perspective and really start trying to learn the game and start learning from these great players in this league. When you got shit like YouTube at your disposal, why not?
Oh, Curry. Do tell me below. Thank you so much if you've made it this far. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new.
Alright, that's just gonna about do it for this one. I'll see you on the next video. Till then, peace out.